Yeah, I've been grinding all night, I've been grinding all day. I've been running towards the light, I don't wanna fade away. I know that I'll have to fight every day that I awake, but I wanna fade away. I can't fade away, no. Rent is high, bills are due, and they're just piling higher. This ride of life is spiraling, I might just light a fire and dive inside of it, cause I'm tired of trying to fight it. Quick as I try it, life grips its teeth and its bite is tighter. Sometimes I wonder, am I here for reasons I don't know? Why do I work this hard yet progress seems to be so slow? Till I remember where I was just a few years ago and would have killed to know what I know. Cause I've been grinding all night, I've been grinding all day. I've been running towards the light, I don't wanna fade away. I know that I'll have to fight every day that I awake, but I wanna fade away. You can go ahead and try, but I'll never take the bait. I'm the one that will survive, I'ma set the world ablaze. Say you're working 9 to 5, I've been working all day, cause I wanna fade away. For the longest time I was the only one that believed in me, but that was enough to drive to the hack and take it farther than any car, plane, or bus. Cause I gave no fuck and I never gave up on something I couldn't go there without thinking about. When they tell me to stop rapping, but rap saved my life more times than I can count. So I'ma keep doing this shit, really grit your teeth. If you wanna keep them between your lips, I'm a beast when I spit, leaving every single motherfucking beat disease when I release and rip. I ain't even come close to reaching my peak, so I catch my Z's while I let them speak. I ain't dead, but still I'ma rest in peace, knowing that I could do this shit in my sleep. Yeah, I know right now things may not seem like they're the best, that's true. You try to make it work, but nothing does, you don't know what to do. I promise I've been there, life just seems like it's unfair. All your enemies succeeding while you're pleading for some air. Life is suffocating you, the struggle bus is taking you through ruts. It sucks, but just stay true and toughen up, cause days some new are on the rise. These trying times are blessings in disguise, and one day you'll look back and know that I'm right. Cause I've been grinding all night, I've been grinding all day. I've been running towards the light, I don't wanna fade away. I know that I'll have to fight every day that I awake, but I wanna fade away. You can go ahead and try, but I'll never take the bait. I'm the one that will survive, I'ma set the world ablaze. Say you're working 9 to 5, I've been working all day, cause I wanna fade away. Fade away, no. But I wanna fade away. I'm from the boroughs of Kentucky, you should probably try to duck me. Got a product with it, go ahead and touch me. Cause my world can get bloody so thorough when I hunt the whole bureau.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I am so tired. I just got up. I really shouldn't be up right now. Literally shouldn't be up right now because I'm working nights, so whatever. Guess I'll fucking deal with it. But yeah, we're here. We got some 2K23 info that dropped today, and we're going over it, man. We're definitely going over this new info on the Courtside report. There's a lot of info being dropped from Mike Wang as well on Twitter. So there's a lot of stuff to go over here today. A lot of cool stuff, man. I've not read anything from this article itself. The only thing I've seen is some of the things that they have posted on Twitter. So without further ado, and by the way, guys, this is also going to be on YouTube. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I'm recording this live on my Twitch stream at twitch.com or twitch.tv/ItsMeSnoops. See, there you already have it. You already can tell that I'm tired as hell from my voice and everything else. But yeah. But yeah, we have this. So let's talk about it. NBA 2K23's gameplay has a bevy of new improvements to complement any skill set. Flex on the rim, finesse your way to the rack, and experience more athletic animations. NBA 2K23 is nearly here, and it features gameplay enhancements that elevate the competitive intensity in all facets. The main pillar for us this year can be summed up with one word: authenticity. The team worked hard to create as much parity as possible in the on-court gameplay between current and new gen. Below, we've detailed all there is to know about the updates coming in the latest iteration of the NBA 2K franchise. So they talk about offensive gameplay here. The defense was a point of emphasis in last year's game, but NBA 2K23 is so jam-packed with new features and upgrades on the offensive end of the floor that's a perfect starting point. NBA 2K22 was a banner year for perimeter players. Small guards had a slew of advantages over their taller counterparts. And outside shooting reigned supreme in online matches. At least they're fucking admitting it, that it was really, really overpowered. So, upgraded pro stick. Or well, it says thinking about how we can bring more authenticity to our game. We looked at how virtual games were playing out compared to the real life NBA, and it was clear we needed to give more love to slashers who love to finish at the rim. That is insane. So they're pretty much
Energy savings based on average from switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
When you need milk for Zoe and a cold brew for yourself, Kroger Delivery will get you just what you need in as little as 30 minutes.
okay.
Open
I'm like letting my buddy know. Like I'm like every time something comes up that's like super cool, then I just message him. And then I hate these Spotify ads, man. I can't wait to get my first paycheck from this job, man. So I don't have to listen to ads anymore. Just expanding the tools for attacking the basket, so they upgraded the Pro Stick, the most obvious upgrade in the addition of new gesture combos to the Pro Stick. Internally, we refer to the new mechanics as double throws, flicking the Pro Stick in a direction, letting it go back to the center, then quickly moving the Pro Stick back in the same direction, and switch backs, flicking the Pro Stick in a direction, letting it go back, and then moving it in the opposite direction. These new gestures introduce a lot of weapons for both shooting and ball handling. Flex on the rim for dunking. The metered skill dunks from 2K22 return, but the new commands allow us to expand the dunking controls to let you dunk exactly how you want without accidentally firing off a skill dunk you weren't expecting. When driving to the basket with the sprint trigger held, the new Pro Stick control map for dunks is as follows. Up is a two-hand, right is your strong hand, left is your weak hand. Down is a rim hang, up is a flashy two-hand, down up is a flashy one-hand, up down is a normal skill dunk with meter, and then down is a rim hang skill dunk with meter. You'll notice with this new map, you now have control over rim hangs. For new gen, we've taken that control to an all new level with physics-based simulated rim hangs. This is an incredibly entertaining and wonderful complex piece of tech that's been in development for a couple of years now. Okay, so you're telling me it's taking you guys so long to do this? It allows you to control when and how you hang on the rim after a dunk. The controls are simple. Use one of the new rim hang dunk gestures mentioned above when driving towards the hoop, but keep the sprint trigger held. When the player gets their hands on the rim, you'll hang indefinitely as long as you keep the trigger held. And you can use the left stick to adjust the momentum of swinging your body, and the right stick to pull yourself up on the rim. This is all done through a physical simulation as opposed to canned animations. It looks and feels amazing. It's one of the most fun things to do in the city. Available on New Gen only. Which I fucking hate, bro. I hate the fucking city. It's trash. It causes a lot of issues. There's no need for it. But watch out for techs if you hang too long in NBA games. Okay, so they just show Zion. God damn, what the fuck is this gnat doing? Finesse your way to the rack. So for slashers who want to finish with a little more finesse, double throw gestures are used for hop step layups, while switchbacks gestures are used for Euro step and cradle layups. So, and it says which feels natural. A simple hold left or right will perform an all new set of scoop layups. These are great, especially for small guards who want to quickly flip the ball up around defenders before they can react and block the shot. Then they show Booker doing a scoop layup. That looks like a contact animation scoop layup, so That's like a very specific animation there. For the bigger / stronger players, you'll also experience a lot of new contact layup content that properly shows what should happen when players like Giannis Antetokounmpo plow through everyone in their path. In addition, we've added several new layup packages for both new gen and current gen, including Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, AI, Ayo. That's one thing I'm excited about, seeing Allen Iverson get his layup package. Love to see it. Magic Johnson, Jokic, Zach LaVine, John Morant, Subir, Diana Taurasi. I mean, that obviously makes sense because you have all the cover athletes here besides MJ, because MJ has his in the game already, I believe. For post players, double throws can be used for post drop steps and hop steps, or hop shots, and switchback gestures will give you shimmy shots and hooks. There are a bunch of new signature post shots and hooks to choose from this year as well. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of practicing, a lot of like people are going to actually have to practice to master their shots, their moves, and the animations they want. So that's cool. Dribbling in NBA 2K has taken on a life of its own and has become a sort of game within the game. Ball handlers are going to enjoy comboing up in NBA 2K23 as the new gesture combos give you even more options for your arsenal. Switchback gestures will now perform dedicated signature double cross and hezi cross combo moves that you can assign as part of the moving crossover signature package, which has grown from 15 to 28 options, that's insane. Learning the speed of your stick throws and the timing of your signature animations is especially important now. You can chain your players' normal signature size ups by rocking the pro stick back and forth rhythmically. Rapid double throws will give you the aforementioned new combos, and flicking the pro stick back and forth repeatedly will give you a whole different set of animations called signature combos that look incredible. Another major dribbling change is the introduction of attacking size ups. One of the things we wanted to improve with dribbling in NBA 2K was that while the size up moves are cool, they weren't very useful. The new attacking size ups provide a lot more side to side movement and are much better at forcing a defense to drop and shift, allowing you to bait them one way, then attack the other. Something all great ball handlers do so well in real life. While it's fun to clown your opponents with a flurry of flashy dribbles, we don't want to encourage players to dribble the entire shot clock out while their teammates fall asleep. That's true. Energy will deplete much quicker when spamming too many moves together, so it's important to be efficient and not play with your food too long. Although they've said this last year and the year before, and nothing's really changed. So we'll see about that. We'll see. There's a long list of size ups to learn on paper, but they're all very simple and feel natural in practice. Jump into 2KU freestyle practice to play around with different stick throwing timings, and you'll get the hang of it after a few minutes. Adrenaline boost. Another new feature to prevent over dribbling is the concept of adrenaline boost. There are 3 available boosts per player. Oh, we gotta watch Curry dribble. My bad. We gotta watch Curry dribble. I don't see how this is like any different to what we've already seen, but okay. That just looks like some basic ass shit. Okay, look at this. Okay. Look, we're finally getting like actual like an actual look at the gameplay and everything here. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So we're actually getting a look at like in-game footage. Legit in-game footage here. So, adrenaline boost. Another new feature to prevent over dribbling is the concept of adrenaline boost. There are 3 available boosts per player per possession, shown as 3 small bars, which we can see right here. I'll even zoom in on it. So, you see the energy bar here, then you have 3 little bars underneath it. So, that's pretty cool. Let's look at Lonzo over dribbling. Okay. Pause. There's already something that we gotta talk about in this. You see this right here. You see there's like 3 bars, like kind of like a radar. So you see the radar here, and then it shows red right in front, and then left and right of that is green. So Does okay? So it says features gameplay from new NBA 2K23, but is this 2K23 current gen or is this next gen? I do believe this is probably PlayStation 5 gameplay, so next gen. But one thing I definitely do want to shout out and talk about is this right here, this little radar that pops up. So I'm guessing that now there's a radar, which I haven't talked about yet, where when you have the ball, there's a radar, so you can see where you can dribble and where your opponents are at. I don't know necessarily the reason for this, but I do believe that this is showing that there's a person in front of you. You can't dribble forward, but you can sprint left or right. Because then he gets a certain point away from him, and then it just disappears. Okay, well, he just over dribbled there, so nothing too special. Booster more. This I'm completely interested about is the shooting. Obviously, they're trying to change shooting significantly, so we'll talk about that here in a second. Booster consumed every time you perform a hard go or explosive sprint launch. Once your 3 boosts are gone, you'll notice that your speed and acceleration decrease significantly for the remainder of the possession. As with dribble combos, it's important to play smart basketball and be efficient with their movement rather than zigzagging back and forth aimlessly trying to get around the defense. But here we go. One thing that I was excited to hear about for 2K23, shooting also gets some nice upgrades for 2K23. In NBA 2K22, success from the outside was heavily weighted towards coverage. If you could get an open look, you could balance out poor ratings and inaccurate timings. This year, we wanted a more authentic shooting model that captures the essence of a great NBA shooter's capabilities. The first major change in addition to shooting attributes. Since the inception of signature jump shots in 2K basketball, animations have been more or less authentic, but functionally the same. Or more or less aesthetic, but functionally the same. This year, each signature jump shot has unique shooting stats to help them determine its effectiveness. Now that's badass. So we got shot speed, how quickly the shot gets to its ideal release point. Release height, how high the shot is released. Defense immunity, how effective a shot is against defensive contest. Timing impact, adjust shot windows to reward good timing at the cost of an increased penalty for bad timing. And it says right here, we're also adding a huge number of shot animations to choose from, over double the amount of any previous version of 2K, which there was a lot. And they're much more accurate to each player's real-life jumper. For my players, shot animations will be gated by shooting ratings, so you'll have to play around with all the options to figure out what works best for your skill set and playing style. We're looking forward to seeing a lot more variety in the community's SIG shot selection with this next evolution of shots. Okay, so we see that it's kind of the same here, but it's a new thing here. So that's one of the shot meters. Then we got the old meters, and then the straight up and down one, and then so they gave us all the shot meters. They literally gave us all the shot meters. There are also 5 new shot meters to choose from. Well, they're not really new because we've had them in the games before. You just updated them. With 15 more that can be unlocked through seasons over the coming year. Some big, some small, some above the head, some to the side, some below the shooter. Each new shot meter options were a common ask from the community, so we're sure everyone will find an option they like and then some. Well, the problem is, majority of the people that play the game competitively or play the game non-casually, I should say, like, I won't say competitively, but the people that play and are good at the game tend to not use the meter, so they turn the meter off. So having this is kind of pointless for a lot of people, but hey, for the people that do use the meter, we'll see. You'll also notice a subtle change to how shot feedback works this year. We use shot arcs to help indicate whether you're early, high arc, late, flat arc, or on time, ideal arc. So by paying attention, you can easily tell right away if your release is off. Also with shot feedback enabled, we're delaying the timing / coverage overlay in green release animations from coming up until the ball hits the basket. Huh. That's very, very interesting. I know like some of this stuff was already on Twitter. Um with the jump shot meters and everything, although I didn't see the jump shot meters, but I just knew about the jump shot animations and everything. So um hearing this, we're delaying the timing / coverage overlay in green release animations from coming up until the ball hits the basket. That is insane. That is like clearly insane because now we have to just guess. If we go up to close out on somebody, we just have to guess that they made this shot. But it's also kind of weird because it's definitely going to be weird because especially when it comes to jump shot landings, everybody loves having their jump shot landings. So how is this going to affect jump shot landings and how cool it'll be to not only green over somebody but then do your animation afterwards? Because a lot of people tend to like that. So I'm very, very curious how that's going to work or how it's necessarily gonna look, because usually like it says it's a small change, but it really brings back some of the drama that the green light sometimes lacked. What do you mean? What do you mean? If it's a green, it's a green. And also encourages everyone to continue to play through the possession rather than giving up and getting back in transition early. That's the problem though. Because if they know their timing or if they're fucking zenning, they're gonna know that they greened it and they're just gonna fucking cherry pick anyway. How is this going to encourage people to play through the possession rather than giving up and getting back in transition? Because it's just like all it's gonna do is just force you to not be able to get down the court on fast breaks. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna prevent fast breaks from actually being effective. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. For the playmakers out there, you'll find some new tools at your disposal as well. The lead to basket pass make its return, so that it works the same way as current gen, allowing you to simply press and hold Y / triangle to get your receiver to cut to the basket and release the button to throw the pass. Thank you. Thank you. Because that was a pain in the ass on next gen. That was literally a pain in the ass because I would want somebody to cut, but then after like a second, it would force me to pass the ball. So it's just like that person that was trying to cut around, they weren't, under the basket or where I wanted them yet. So now I can just wait until they are where they are and where I want them to be, and then I can go ahead and release it to pass. Another alternative is the new spot up pass mechanic. If you press and hold B / circle, the receiver you're pointing at with the left stick will perform a quick V or flare cut to get open on the perimeter. Interesting. So if you're playing like alongside Curry or Clay or any really, really good shooter, you can utilize that to, you can probably utilize that to not only build up your, well, not, what I'm thinking of is utilizing that in my career to the point to where you're able to utilize a great 3-point shooter to rack up the score, get a ton of playmaking or assists to get your playmaking badges, and then also being able to get to that point in the second half to where you can as scout even when you're not, doing a lot of scoring. So, okay. Um, it's a very useful quick hitting play to get an open look when you don't have time to run a full blown play for your teammate. My players can also equip a signature passing style to make some of the best floor generals of all time, including Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Jason Williams, LeBron James, and more. However, I'm not going to fucking believe this because they said something about defensive styles, and that never fucking came up. Not in 21, not in 22, never fucking happened. Because they said that they added defensive styles, but they never fucking made it into the game. So that's the problem I have with them saying, yeah, we have these new, signature blank styles. Because just like, if it's not already in the game, then I have no hope of it actually being put in the game. Because they didn't do it with defense. It says whether you prefer to drive the lane, back defenders down in a post, or spot out from behind your arc, 2K23 offers a wide variety of tools that cater to your offensive gameplay. Now, in defense, it says, as always, defense remains a huge priority for the gameplay team. We know about the upgrade defense, the offensive upgrades in the world don't make for a fun game if there's no counter to stop them. So, shot defense received a nice overhaul. Up until last year, we used a simple shot defense calculation that looked at two specific points: the location of the defender when the shot started and the proximity to the ball at release. It worked well, but had its shortcomings. If the defender's hand or arm moved slightly in a bad position right at the point of our shot release calculations, you could get a bad coverage score, even though it looked like a very good contest. This year, we've created a system that evaluates the defensive player's contesting hand throughout the window of the shooting motion. This larger sample set provides way more accurate results and helps align up the coverage numbers to what players expect based on what they see happening on screen. So if we're like on their ass, it shouldn't give us a only a 30 or 40 on-ball defense. For the floor game, on-ball defense, defensive movement, and body ups received a major refresh with new content that more accurately depicts today's one-on-one player interactions. You'll also notice a new indicator on the ball handler when in guarding position. This is new. This is the new defensive shading mechanic. The 3 bars on the indicator represent 3 zones: straight up, shade left, and shade right. The zone the defender's in is shown in red. If the ball handler attempts to attack the red lane, they'll get cut off, lose their dribble, or fumble the ball. Great defenders can anticipate where the ball handler is attacking and will now be more clearly rewarded for it. The shading system works for both on-ball defenders guarding the perimeter as well as post, and does a good job communicating to both the offense and defense why collisions resolve the way they do. Interesting. So yeah, so what I mentioned earlier about that was I was like clearly wondering what that was about, if it was just because it was just showing where it was or showing where they're able to attack without getting fucked over. But as you can see, and from what we have read, that's not the case. It kind of is the case, but at the same time, it works for both offense and defense. So that's that. Shot blocking has been refined quite a bit this year with the NBA 2K22. We made a huge effort to improve block targeting and give players the ability to deter any shots that come into the paint. For NBA 2K23, blocks have been tuned to a more realistic level, leading to much more predictable outcomes with the right players making appropriate stops when timing their block attempts well. No more small guards pulling off LeBron James level chase down blocks like last year. You'll also notice a distinct improvement in ball security for good dunkers. In the past, it was always risky trying to pull off tomahawks and back scratches with defenders even remotely nearby. We made some changes to encourage good dunkers to use a greater repertoire of dunk packages. Feel Feel the reward of highlight reel dunks with significant takeover boost in the right situations without fear of always getting the ball knocked out on the way up. The shot blocking system also now contains flyby blocks. When closing out on late perimeter shooters, the flybys will do a better job of trying to get the hand up while preventing defenders from slamming into the shooter and sending them to the line. Great. Thank you. That was fucking important in 22 that they never did. Steals and ball strips. No. Let's get we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. But let's see here. Ball strips are new and improved this year with tons of new content and better coverage. So if you're a smaller defender, quick hands will be just as effective in slowing down slashers and bigs in the paint as a good shot blocker. We've also added failed strip contact layups to make sure the defender's steal inputs are respected instead of getting ignored. Good. That's good, because I don't want to sit there, hit X at the right time, but my guy just does that and then nothing happens. Like, really? When the ball does get knocked loose by a block or steal, you'll see greatly improved sideline awareness during scramble plays. Pickups near the out of bounds lines are much more reliable in the as are diving ball saves that throw the ball back in play. I've seen some amazing 50-50 ball saves that would make Dennis Rodman and Alex Caruso proud. Okay. This is the moment of fucking truth, everybody. One of the first things everybody does when they pick up a new version of 2K is experiment with building a new My Player. This year, the major goals for the player builder were refinement, polish, and balance. You still have complete control to build any type of player you want, but the new builder ensures that all builds, regardless of size or specialty, are fun and balanced. Okay, so let's see. The 5v5 environment used last year to test work-in-progress player builds is also now accompanied by a 3v3 environment. Okay, I like this a little bit. For new players, for new gen players, this is especially useful if you love to hoop on the city courts and want to make sure that your player can hang in the streets. Another huge addition to the build system is the animation purchases will now be account bound rather than specific to one save file. And current gen has the new gen shit. Let's fucking go, bro. In other words, if you purchase an animation for a play shot build, it will then be available to equip on your slasher build, assuming that your player meets all the animations requirements for current gen users. You're no longer limited by the pie chart build system from the last couple of years, as it's been replaced with the more robust player builder that new gen uses. This is a lot of fucking hype, guys. This right here gives me hope, somewhat, just from the build system. Like, from the build system and my hope of finding builds that are fun to play but are also good enough to use online. That's my key thing. Like, if I have to sit there and for me to have fun, I have to make a meta build that everybody and their mother is using, that's annoying. If I can find a build that's balanced, but also you don't see everybody using, and is also fun, that's also something that's very important. Like the the glitched shot blocking wing that Uncle Demi made. That on current gen is so fun because you don't see a lot of shot blocking wings. You'll see like some rebounding wings, but you don't see a lot of shot blocking wings, especially some that are 6'8". So when I'm using it and I'm, getting some great stops on the inside, or I'm in the 3, I'm getting some good rotations in and being able to shoot from the 3-point line, green beaning my shots and everything, while also being able to have the 90 plus rebound, the 90 plus block rating. It is just so good. And then also being able to get quick drops is really, really good as well. But let's talk about this. The most... I see some of the badges there. I don't want to get too excited. Don't get too excited, Snoops. Don't get too fucking excited. But anyway, the most impactful change when it comes to building players is in the form of a new badge system for new gen. When looking at telemetry from previous years, we noticed that players often gravitated towards the same badges and as a result became a little overpowered by stacking certain badges together. Like the beginning of the year. Stacking catch and shoot and limitless spot up was really, really huge at the beginning of the year for next gen at least. I don't know about current gen, but on next gen that was like something that was overpowered. So after season 2 or season 3, they eventually made it to where in one of those updates they made it to where catch and shoot and limitless spot up no longer they made it to where it no longer stacked. And same with chef and circus threes, because chef, during day 1, chef was all about stopping and then doing like a moving shot, or like dribbling for like about a second, stopping for like about half a second, and then moving for like another second before like taking like a fading shot or whatever. But then they eventually changed it to where it also worked for standstill shots as well. So if you were a person that didn't do catch and shoots, chef would be like the better badge, but then you also couldn't rely on circus threes as much. But obviously circus threes still reign supreme, considering that nobody used chef anyway. Okay, so let's see here. This year, we're moving to a tiered badge system. There are 16 badges per attribute category instead of what, 20? There was 20 badges in each last year. 8 in tier 1, 4 in tier 2, and 4 in tier 3. Tier 1 badges are the least powerful for your player, but also cost the least amount of badge points. Costs go up as you climb the tiers and acquire the more impactful badges. The basic idea is that you'll need to equip a certain number of badges on the low tiers before you can equip badges on the highest. Interesting. So it's kind of like a tree system, kind of. If only they showed me. If only they showed me what that looks like. The motive behind this change was to encourage players to make some tough choices when creating their badge recipes, make loadouts more valuable as a feature, and bring a better overall balance to the badge game in general. Well, here's the thing. What's the fucking point? Along with tiers, we're also introducing core badges, which are 4 unique badge slots, 1 in each attribute category, that can be filled with badges that don't count towards your badge points. Each badge will have a challenge requirement that, once met, will allow the badge to be placed into a core badge slot. We also made several changes to the badges themselves, which are highlighted below. Slithery, which is Slithery Finisher, makes it easier to gather through traffic, avoiding collisions and strips. Masher increases the ability to finish inside layups over defenders. Aerial Wizard, ability to successfully complete alley-oops and putbacks. Bully, like Giannis and LeBron, able to finish strong by bulldozing through traffic. Removed hook specialist. Agent 3? Hey yo, you can't fucking say that. You can't fucking say that. And they brought, oh my god, they took out, They took out a hot zone hunter and sniper. Okay. So Agent 3, ability to hit difficult 3-point shots off the dribble. That's literally just circus threes. MIDI Magician, improved ability to knock down mid-range jumpers off the bounce or out of the post like MJ. Okay. Amped, reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued and when moving excessively prior to shooting. Claymore, increases a spot-up shooter's ability to knock down catch-and-shoot jumpers the longer they remain stationary prior to shooting. You guys removed set shooter, replaced it with Claymore, but it's ass. The badge is completely fucking useless. Nobody uses it because, like, you're not going to be able to stay still long enough to get Claymore to really fucking do anything. Are you high, 2K? Are you high? What the fuck is this? Comeback Kit, improved ability to shoot perimeter jump shots when trailing in a game. Interesting. Hand down, man down. Makes an outside shooter even deadlier if opponent fails to get a hand in the face. Space Crater, formerly a playmaking badge, it now boosts the ability to hit step back jumpers and hop shots, and also will cause defenders to stumble more often. Limitless range. Indeed, we know what limitless range is, but they removed Chef, Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky Number 7 Mismatch Expert because it was removed of playmaking, so we'll see about that in a second. Set Shooter, Sniper, and Limitless Spot Up because obviously we now have limitless range back. I'm actually gonna text my I'm giving them all the info. Killer combos, improves dribblers effectiveness with size up dribbles. So pretty much a combination of quick chain and tight handles. Clamp breaker helps ball handlers win more one-on-one body bump confrontations to counter to clamps. And then it says vice grip improves ball security immediately after securing a rebound, catch, or pick, and that's definitely something that was needed. That was something that was fucking needed. Although, to be fair, I don't think we should need a fucking badge to improve the ability to not get stripped after a fucking rebound. I feel like it should just been toned down that after a rebound, you are, you have like a less chance of getting stripped after getting a rebound. So, I don't think we needed the a whole badge for it. Mismatch Expert, formerly a shooting badge. This badge will now help smaller guards break down taller defenders when mismatched one-on-one. Then they removed Bullet Passer. Even though Bullet Passer was an okay badge, although some people were like, why do we need a badge to increase the speed of our passes? For our passes to at least be useful. It was still like decent, especially if you were somebody that got so many playmaking badges, but you weren't like a ball handler or anything, so it was like really, really good. And then downhill, I guess, glue hands. Yeah, that was annoying that you needed glue hands. And then stop and go, I guess, whatever. Defense. Anchor, a crucial badge for last line of defense bigs, improves the ability to block and contest shots in the paint. Box out beast, helps rebounders win box out battles on both offensive and defensive rebounding situations. I see that they removed a badge and I'm very happy about it. So workhorse, the Pat Bev badge, that the Pat Bev badge that boosts your ability to hustle down 50-50 balls and play a hard-nosed defense without getting tired. Glove, named after the legendary Gary Payton, helps you strip players as they gather for shots and poke the ball free from ball handlers. Challenger, improves the effectiveness of perimeter shot contest. Definitely important badges here. They removed defensive leader, and thank God, although I don't see them removing I don't see them really removing the other one. I don't see it removed here. But Team Takeover redesign. Takeovers are special abilities you can equip on your My Player that you can activate after building up your Takeover meter, blah, blah, blah. The Team Takeover has been redesigned, even though primary and secondary takeovers remain the same. In the last couple of versions, a player would activate Team Takeover for the entire team, make everybody hot after filling up the primary, secondary, and then Team Takeover meters in sequential order. For 2K23, Team Takeover works as a cooperative team system, with the entire team sharing a single meter. Each player on the team has an equal portion that they're responsible for filling up by performing well on the court and being good teammates. Once each player has filled up their portion of the meter, Team Takeover automatically fires off for the entire team. The new design makes a lot more sense and does a better job representing what it means to be hot as a team and to take over the game as a unit. Also, they have AI gameplay here. Pack with AI goodness on both ends of the floor. I don't really care about the AI stuff, really. This right, I definitely want to talk about though. Last year, we built and rewrote almost all of our major defensive system. This year was all about refining them to deliver our best effort to date. Every phase of our defensive game has improved, from transition defense, where we can identify when the ball handler has been picked up, allowing the anchor to leave the paint and get to their man, to making the no 3 setting work as intended. Rotations are sharper and more varied. Pick and roll defense is tighter and smarter. And this year, players can choose to turn off drive pick and roll. We've also improved cutter help individually as well to have more control over their defensive focus setting. So yeah, all that stuff. Interesting. I definitely can't wait to see. Okay. So I'm definitely interested to see how all this is gonna play out. Obviously, we're waiting for more information. Um. So yeah, but they're talking a lot of stuff here that's very, very interesting. So definitely very, very interesting here. Um. So yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this. If you guys are excited for 2K23 gameplay, and if you guys are now excited to, if you guys are now excited to see what else they come up with. Hopefully, soon we can finally see the build system, how it actually looks. If it literally looks exactly the same, just refined. Maybe we could see some of the badges and stuff like that. Hopefully. I don't know when we're gonna get more info, because this is just the first one. Actually, let's take a look here, because we still have the Jordan challenge. We still have the Jordan challenge to get info on. The W, my NBA, my career, my team in the city. So we have about a little over 5 weeks. So on Friday, it'll be 5 weeks. So this Friday, it will be 5 weeks until the game comes out. So how are they going to do this? Are they going to just wait a week and then wait and start doing the doubles? Because usually how they did it last year is they released one piece of info for like a specific mode or whatever on Tuesday, and then another piece of info on Thursday of that same week. So I don't know if they're going to do that the same way this year or not. But yeah, I'm completely excited to see how shooting feels and all that. And also, it seems as though like the build system's definitely going to be interesting, especially that now we have the same build system in current gen as we did on next gen, so that's going to be very, very good. Very interesting. And there's also now the 3v3 environment for you to test your building instead of just the 5-on-5 stuff. That's also interesting. So yeah, anyway, that's going to be the end of this one. Hope that you guys enjoyed, and yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. If you guys are watching this on the VOD on Twitch, go over to my YouTube channel, ItsMeSnoops. You guys can see a lot of 2K stuff going on over there, but also follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/ItsMeSnoops, and you guys can get notifications when you follow me for whenever I go live, because obviously I'm going to go live whenever they drop new info, unless I'm at work. Well, I guess if I'm working nights, I'll probably be asleep at this time if I am consistently working nights, but we'll see when the time comes, guys. We'll see when the time comes. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.